What is inflation? How and why it happens? Hey there, ever noticed that prices seem to go up over time? One day a candy bar costs $1, and a few months later, it's $1.25. That's inflation. But what exactly is inflation, and why does it happen? Let's break it down. In simple terms, inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, causing the purchasing power of money to fall. Think about it this way. If inflation is 5%, what you can buy with $100 today might only get you $95 worth of goods next year. Let's say you buy 100 apples today, and each apple costs $1. So, the total cost for 100 apples is $100. Now, imagine the inflation rate is 5%. This means that next year, the price of each apple will rise by 5%. So, the price of each apple next year will be $1.05. If you still have $100 next year, you can now buy only 95 apples. So, with the same $100, you can buy fewer apples due to the 5% inflation. But why does this happen? Well, inflation can happen for a few reasons. Let's dive into the two biggest causes. First, we have demand pull inflation. This happens when more people want goods and services, but there aren't enough to go around. Imagine a new video game just released, and everyone wants it. The demand is high, but the supply is low, so businesses raise prices. Second, we have cost push inflation. This happens when the cost of production goes up. For example, if the cost of oil rises, it gets more expensive to produce and transport goods, and businesses pass those costs on to you as higher prices. So, what can we do about it? Well, inflation isn't always bad. A little inflation shows that the economy is growing, but too much can hurt people's savings and make things too expensive. To fight high inflation, central banks like the Federal Reserve can raise interest rates, making borrowing more expensive. This slows down spending and helps lower inflation, but it can also slow down economic growth. In the end, inflation affects everyone, from how much you pay for lunch to how much your parents pay for their mortgage. But understanding it is the first step toward making smarter choices with your money. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep an eye on those prices.